It trips me out how people fail to bring up the scriptures when they run their mouth. If you know the Bible, then you will know that Isaiah was a prophet that prophesied more of God blessing the Gentiles than any other prophet. Most of these Israelites skip past the scriptures that refer to Kedar, like in Isaiah 67. They are so selective with the scriptures. I have literally listened for over a whole year to Israelite camps, and I never heard them bring out the following passages: Isaiah 29, 11 and 12, Isaiah 42, 10 and 11, Isaiah 60, 1 through 2, Isaiah 65, 1 through 2, Isaiah 67, Matthew 21, 43, 2nd Esdras 124. All these scriptures they never bring up, because these scriptures speak of another nation. According to the Bible in Matthew 21:43, when Jesus said the kingdom would be taken from Israel and given to another nation, they want to say, oh, he was talking about the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the chief rulers, and the priests. But in fact, he was speaking to the whole nation of Israel. This is proved when the children of Israel went into captivity. When the prophet Jeremiah came on the scene and said they was all going into Babylon, guess what? They all went into Babylon. We know for a fact that if we read the Bible, we know that the Bible talks about Israel failing as a nation. Even as the Apostle Paul, the self-proclaimed Apostle Paul, who they all run to, they worship Paul more than they worship God. They respect Paul more than they respect Christ, because the teachings of Christ clash with the teachings of Paul. Paul said we can eat food sacrificed to idols. Jesus said we cannot eat food sacrificed to idols. Jesus says, call no man your father. And Paul says, I am your father. There's many other scriptures that are contrary to other scriptures. According to the Bible in Deuteronomy chapter 24, no man is supposed to pay for your sins, period. This is proved in Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 20. No man can die for your sins. But here we go again in this double-edged sword. It's a big contradiction in Isaiah 53, and there's a contradiction in Hebrews and Peter when it says that Christ bore our iniquities. So these Christians, that's what I call them. These camps are Christians. Yep, they believe the same thing as the Christians. The only difference is one believes Jesus is white and the other believes Jesus is black. They both believe in the death, burial, and resurrection. They both believe in one wife. They also all believe in alcohol. They all believe in communion. So what nation is the nation that has laws that are contrary to every other people? The most monotheistic religion on the planet, who is it? Because according to the Bible, in the book of Samuel, it was a sin for the children of Israel to ask for a king, because God was their king. But in Christianity, they're calling Jesus Lord. They're calling him the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, when it says nothing like that in the Old Testament. According to the book of Isaiah, God says that he is God and there's none else beside him, that he knows no other God, and that he will not share his glory with not anybody he will share his glory with. So we see that these Christians, that's what I call them, they are hiding under Pharaoh's shadow. As much as they say they hate the white man, they just like the white man. They are hiding under Pharaoh's shadow.